This will be the third time I've talked about this subject, and the subject is spitting in a dog's mouth. And it's something that you can use that, one, it doesn't cost any money. It's literally been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And the roots stem to the indigenous culture of the United States, meaning Native Americans use this. I thought it was European, but it's not. It comes from Native American culture, and it's something that is done usually when dogs are young, they're puppies, and the recommendation is to spit in the dog's mouth when they're very young, and it sets the stage for the human looking like the mother dog. So the dominant creature that's going to give discipline and tell the puppy, you know, what to do. Now, it's very simple. It's just as easy as this. That's it. So you would do that to a puppy. We also do this to older dogs that are nervous. If your dog is overly excited, you can spit in the dog's mouth and keep doing this. And it's very helpful. By the way, this is Billy the hedgehog. Billy was given to me by Sherry Lucas. And Billy, I did spit in his mouth when he was a puppy. And he's awesome. He is. He's an awesome dog. This is something that isn't abusive, and there is this nonsense on the internet put out by just unscrupulous people that have no formal education whatsoever. They're uneducated. They don't understand dogs or dog training or dog behavior or dog body language, and they say that this is abusive. How could it be abusive? You know, I've heard mental abuse. Mental abuse on a dog? Are you crazy? How would spitting in a dog's mouth be mentally abusive? One, they don't ponder thought, and they don't have like the social norms that we have. So if you went up and spit in a human's mouth, that would be abusive, right? You're you know, attacking a human with spit. But with a dog, it's totally natural. Many animals spit in other animals' mouth. Birds do this to baby birds. Dogs do this to the young puppies when they start getting them on food. They bring the food home and regurgitate it for the young puppies. The puppies lick the roof of the older dog's mouth until it throws up into the dog's mouth. And human beings do this in indigenous cultures. Remember, there was no Cuisinart, you know, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. And to feed the baby in many indigenous cultures, they will chew the food and put it directly into the child's mouth. So how is this abusive? It's not. The other thing that I've heard on the internet is that you could give your dog a bacterial infection. These are people that are just idiots that are putting this out. First of all, the dog can eat salmonella. They can, and be totally fine. So bacteria is just something that dogs gobble up. They're nothing like human beings. So this is a positive thing. Now I have there's 5 different dog trainers that are going to talk about spitting in a dog's mouth. Let's listen to Robert Masters out of Kansas City, and let's hear what he has to say about it.
This is Rob with Dogs Listen to Me, and this is my dog Jarvis, and I just want to do a quick video about a cool little old school dog training technique that you can use with a fearful or anxious dog. Jarvis was a feral dog when I got him, so he used to get really nervous around new people and new environments where people were, particularly. He's gotten a lot better now, but one of the things that I would do is a really old school dog training trick. I'd spit in his mouth. It's exactly what it sounds like. It puts you in a naturally dominant state over the dog, and it has a calming effect on the dog. So we would be in a new situation, and Jarvis would be acting, you know, anxious, and so I would just call him over, you know, open his mouth just like this. I'd spit in his mouth, and that's it. It works.
Now here we have another dog trainer, Mr. Dewey here, and Mr. Dewey's going to talk about spitting in a dog's mouth and how he uses it and why.
Alright, you can do it like this. Just like that. Just go this way. Or there's a more surreptitious way to do it that's a little bit more socially acceptable, and you just go like this. Spit on your hand, and then let him lick it. Yes, it's yummy, isn't it? Isn't it, little one? It kind of calms them down. Dogs that shake, So there's this hot dog stand up the street that he like, he gets freaked out by. So I do that with him all the time when we pass the hot dog stand. And I make it, you know, whole different commands and stuff like that. And it helps him. Helps a lot.
All right, let's listen to Miss Rice here. She's a female dog trainer out of Kansas City, and let's hear what she has to say about it.
My name is Bree Rice. I'm a dog trainer based out of Kansas City, Missouri. This here is Pavlov. He is the new addition to my family. But he is a feral dog. He is pretty apprehensive about meeting new people and being in new environments. Overall, not very trusting, kind of shaky. So instead of coddling him, baby talking him, giving him food as far as while I train, I really try and communicate with him on a level that he understands that's not going to reinforce bad behavior, or not even bad behavior, but reinforce a stressful state of mind. I don't want him to feel stressed. I don't want him to feel nervous or anxious. So on top of, like I just said, on top of working with him, I also introduced some just kind of old school training techniques. I'm definitely not opposed to the idea of spitting in a dog's mouth. I think for nervous dogs, especially one that was terrified of even being on a leash, feral, I've seen it work. I've seen the benefits. So don't be apprehensive. It's really quite simple. It's not scary.
Now here, this is Dr. Positive, and this is an actual scientist. That's what he does besides dog training. He has a degree in science. This is a doctor. Let's hear what the doctor has to say about spitting in a dog's mouth.
Dr. Positive here with another installment of Dr. Positive, quick fix to negative behaviors that, typical dogs seem to exhibit. So here we have Mr. Hugo, and before this, Mr. Hugo would exhibit behaviors that many dogs do, especially when they're stressed out or freaked out about their environment that they're in. You'll notice that dogs typically will shake, maybe get a little bit withdrawn, or even start to excessively lick anything around them, their owners or a piece of like a toy that's around them. And those behaviors can be rather annoying, especially to people that are kind of unfamiliar with your dog. And so one of a time-honored, proven, old-school dog training technique is to simply spit in the dog's mouth. That's all you gotta do. So Hugo here is gonna be our volunteer. Right now he's not shaking because he's familiar with me, familiar with his environment. This is his home that he lives in. But hypothetically speaking, of course, if I take Hugo out of that comfort zone, like most dog owners do when they go on walks or when they go visit family and friends in a different environment, Hugo will start to revert to his old habits. And I want to remedy that quickly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up his mouth and you just spit right in. Done. Simple as that. And it's a proven technique. It's effective. And it stops it immediately. So this is Dr. Positive. I hope you enjoyed this latest installment. I know I've been away for a while, but stay tuned because more of these are to come. Thanks. And look at him, just laying in my lap, as calm as can be.
Don't listen to people on the internet. If they're screaming abuse, you should look at them. They're probably the abuser. There's nothing abusive about spitting in a dog's mouth, and this is something that can help you get your dog trained. It's not going to hurt the dog. It costs no money. Why not? It's very helpful with puppies. The recommendation is spit in the puppy's mouth when they're young, 7 weeks to 13 weeks, or whatever. You can do it longer. It doesn't hurt the dog, okay? And if you have a dog, like say you're working hold, and you're putting objects in their mouth and they're nervous, they're up on a table, spit in their mouth. Watch this again. Does he look like he's abused? No, he's not. This is Billy the Hedgehog. I've never regretted having Billy. Billy's just the most awesome dog. I couldn't thank Sherry Lucas enough for giving him to me. I don't recommend people giving dogs to other people, but when it comes to somebody like me, Sherry Lucas giving me Billy was just about one of the best gifts I've ever had. Spit in your dog's mouth. Spit in your dog's mouth. It doesn't hurt the dog. It can help with your dog's behavior. It can help making you look like the dominant creature. It doesn't hurt the dog. It's very helpful. Sit.